So I did read volume 11 on the Shonen Jump app, which constitutes missions 67 to 75. And oh my god, I freaking loved volume 11. I don't have the actual physical volume or anything to hold up during this section, and I just took like loads of photos of things so I can remember to talk about them, but I can't really like show you the pages or anything. I apologize for this section, it's going to be a little bit messy, but volume 11 I think is like up there with one of my favorites so far as well. It was exciting, oh my god, it took to my heartstrings, I was on the verge of tears. One of the big things in volume 11 is that Lloyd's cover is nearly blown by his medical director person called Gerald, who despises Lloyd because of how popular Lloyd is with everyone on the staff. So he's like trying to do things to make him look bad, but then he calls the Secret Service on Lloyd and says that he's a spy. But fortunately Lloyd has been one step ahead, so Fiona and Frankie have like intercepted, and they had this like huge ruse to stop anything from like coming out about Lloyd, and they pretty much saved his ass. It was like amazing the way they handled it, because it just made Lloyd look even better, and hopefully Gerald as well in the future will leave him the hell alone. But I really did enjoy that whole section, because one of the chapters ended with, yes, that's right, I've discovered a spy on my staff, as he's on the phone to the Secret Service. I'm like, oh my god, because I didn't know at the time that they'd accepted the call. I didn't know that they had already like planned ahead, which I should have done. I should have known, because it's Lloyd we're talking about. How could I let my guard down? And oh my god, I don't know if you can really see like on the screen or anything, but yeah, like when Lloyd is handcuffed, like his look on his face showed genuine surprise. And so I genuinely thought, oh shit, he's actually getting arrested. How are we going to get out of this? It does turn out that the handcuffs weren't part of the plan, and it's like Frankie who was like put the handcuffs on him. So as soon as all of that came out, I was like, okay, Lloyd is one step ahead, as he always is. The Yuri and Lloyd stuff, again, was like a little bit funny. Didn't love it. But yeah, Yuri is at the apartment, and Yuri challenges Lloyd to like laundry and cooking and all this, that and the other. And yeah, it's fine. Like, it is a little bit funny. I liked it when they were trying to find these shopping ingredients in record time and the cheapest. And Yuri is using his SSS status to find out where the cheapest detergent in town is. I find that quite funny. Anya, this face she pulls. Again, I love her faces so much. But oh my god. Okay, so this is when volume 11 becomes like one of the best volumes yet. It's like so exciting. It's up there with the cruise ship. And it's when the kids of Eden Academy are going on a field trip, and the school buses are taking them there. And so Anya and Damien, Becky are on like a school bus, and they get taken over. They are getting held hostage. In the moment when one of the hostage peoples shoots, I think it's the teacher or the bus driver. I think it's the bus driver, actually. Oh my god. I was like, holy hell, we are the Red Circus and we've hijacked your bus. If you want to live, you'll do exactly what we say. Oh, I was like, shit. We're being held hostage. Oh my god. And the Red Circus too? What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god. So it was so exciting to see this whole thing play out. Also, like, somehow Anya still makes it funny as she's like writing secret notes and stuff, because Anya has obviously been able to read their minds so she can find out where they're going. So she's trying to get an SOS call out, but her handwriting is absolutely shocking, which is hilarious. But Becky with the good hair, she has good handwriting too. But how brave was like Damien when he's like, I'll make a distraction to give you an opening so that the police can find out where they're heading. Oh my god, that was so brave. Like, you can genuinely tell. I know he's like still resisting any kind of friendship with Anya, but he cares. He really cares. Oh my god, when they put a bomb around Anya's neck too, I was like, holy shit. But then Anya does find out pretty quickly that the bomb's fake. So obviously, like, some of the tension like dissipates pretty quickly. However, because like nobody else really knows, it just looks hilarious when Anya's just like, okay, it's fake, so like I can just like do what I want. So she's like tapping it, she's just like moving around just willy-nilly, and everyone's like, oh my god, will you stop, we don't want to die. Like, look at her face, like she's just tapping it and everyone else is like, stop. Oh god, I just freaking love her so much. And then Jamie's like, take the bomb off her neck and put it on mine. See, it's just like, what a child. He is a child and he's doing this thing in front of these hijackers, and oh my gosh, his life is on the line. He doesn't know that they're fake, and he's like, the bomb on her neck, attach it to me instead. But instead they just attach another bomb on his neck. Well, fake bomb. But again, he doesn't really know. But then she does tell him during this like really sweet moment when she holds his hand for a second and tells him, don't be scared. it's fake. And then he's like, oh, for God's sake. So the Red Circus want freedom for 17 imprisoned Red Circus comrades and also safe passage for all of them to the nation of Nautica. So really, again, like this whole war stuff that's going on and warfare, prisoners, is like still a really big theme in Spy Family. You can really say it bleed into the main characters' lives. Like even Anya, who is like an innocent bystander, really. So the way that all connects is pretty brilliant. Oh, Master Henderson, aka Elegance Guy, when he's outside the bus, like he cares for his students. Like that's his class. He is, you know, really, really supportive. Oh, he's like one of my favorites. And he says, I will go. I wish to put the students' mind at ease. So he like takes the food and stuff to the bus and gets taken as well. And it was just so kind and caring in the way that Yo is like worried. She doesn't know what's happened, but she kind of has maybe like mother's intuition because she's ringing up about her daughter not coming home yet. But yet she's just like sitting, just fidgeting and stuff. And then she rings again like straight away. It's like she is so intuitive. I feel like her bond with Anya is becoming so strong that is like a genuine connection that they have there. Love it when Anya is standing up for everyone and everyone is just like so Anya, oh my God. But Anya like uses the memories of the main guy who's taking them hostage because he lost his daughter to the war and he is like really angry and he misses his daughter so much and he thinks he's doing it for her. And I think that's like such a brilliant thing to explore. Like it's really deep and emotional, and the way that war and losing loved ones has scarred so many different people and it's affected them in different ways. And you can kind of like see where he's coming from a little bit, and you can see how much it breaks into his conscience. Because he lets Anya go, he gets rid of the bomb and lets her go. And she won't go, she won't go. And she says, I want to make a world where kids don't need to cry. And I was like, that's so noble, but you're a kid yourself. I just love how she's coming across here. But it really makes the main hostage person think, would you be proud of the person I become? No, I didn't forget her, not really. Just pretend to keep my anger, my reason to live from melting away. And then Martha, aka Becky's person, the person who's always with Becky and looking after her, she saves Anya. She is amazing. And there was a moment a little bit earlier on, I can't remember if it was this volume or a previous volume, where Lloyd sees her and he thinks that she presents herself in a way that she seems like more than she appears, you know what I mean? I can't remember exactly what he said, but something like that. Oh, and when Damien and Anya are talking about it and she thanks him and stuff and he's like, that was no big deal, anyone would have done that. Friends look out for each other. Oh, like, you know, oh, Damien did call them friends. He really did. And when Yor finally comes, like, she ran the entire way. She ran to pick Anya up. And oh my God, I was choking back the tears. Choking back. It, like, the parents being so worried about their children and the way that they love their children so much. And, like, the way that Anya is, like, so stoic and stuff until, you know, Yor comes and then she lets go. She just allows the protection of her mother to overwhelm her and keep her safe. Everything's fine, there's nothing to be afraid of now. I'm so sorry I couldn't come to you sooner. I was so sad for Damien because it seemed like no one was coming for him to begin with. But then his mother comes and I'm like, oh my God, I wish every single child in the world had a parent or a guardian who loves them unconditionally and treats them this way, where they make them feel safe and like they'll always be there, even though they weren't there for like the event for the hostage or anything. But the way that they show care and the way that they ran to them and all of that stuff, it was so sweet. And I was just thinking about that as I was reading this section, how much I wish every single child did have someone who cares for them. But then I'm a little bit unsure about freaking Melinda again, because she is terrifying me. One second she seems to care for Damien, and then the next she doesn't. This whole section here, again, look at her eyes. She is so scary. These are all the things that she's thinking. If only he died in the hijacking. How glad I am that he's safe. If only I weren't burdened with his child. So sweet the way he puts on that brave front. How he disgusts me. My treasure, my curse. When we get home, I'll cook for him. It's been so long since I've done that. I pray he doesn't stay with me. How I adore you, Damien. I could not care less. Like, what? Like, this is so confusing. She is such a complex and odd character. I don't know what to think of her. Does she care for Damien? Does she not? She seems to, but then she doesn't. Like, my head is going to explode. I'm glad she internalized all of that and didn't say it out loud, because it was very important for Damien to feel like he had a parent who actually cares. So at least he thinks she cares, and I think she does. at least 50% guess. Oh, it was such a great volume. It was so exciting. So big, so grand, so epic. One of my favourite volumes so far. And yeah, it was just so good. The whole Red Circus bit. Oh, cannot wait to own this volume physically now.